and welcome to Porch Dogs TV. My name's Rob. I'm the creator and screenwriter for Porch Dogs TV. I'm also producing the series. And I've got Manesu here who's going to ask me a few questions about Porch Dogs so you get my point of view on the series. Where you go, mate?
So Rob, tell me, what inspired Porch Dogs?
Believe it or not, I'm a big fan of Paranormal TV. I don't believe half of it, as I'm sure they've got people hiding in the building. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Jump scares.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm sure they've got people knocking on stuff and, you know, but I still like it. And I like the idea of that idea that there is something else, you know, that there's something else that we have. And it keeps that human feeling of hope alive, you know, that this is not the only thing that we're going through, you know, and maybe after this life there's something else. Scientists would completely disagree with me and say, no mate, you worm food once you're dead. But, you know, a lot of people don't. And I had this idea about 10 years ago about writing a ghost story from the ghost point of view, and I didn't really know where to go with it. So I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it. As you do as a writer, you sit there and you think, what the hell am I going to do with this idea? And then I came up with these 5 characters. And really it went from there. I thought 5 characters died in different periods. That would be an interesting contradiction. There'd be a lot of conflict there and a lot of intention, which always makes for a good story.
Yeah. So in writing some of the older characters, like Charles, how did you manage to get into that kind of headspace to try and, you know, flesh them out?
Unfortunately, there's no shortcut to that. It's research, research, and research, and research. Now, for the eagle-eyed amongst you, Charles is the Earl of Lancaster, which is a non-existent title. It's fictional. It's held by the Queen at the moment, I believe. The last Earl of Lancaster was maybe in 1264, something back then.
Wow.
So I thought, well, that's a title that I can use because it doesn't exist. So yeah, and you have to really look at how they dressed, what they ate, how they spoke, and look at the old writings, you know, from that period, from the 18th century, because Charles kind of dies in 1721, which is around the time when we were really gaining power and influence in America. You know, Britain ruled America and Canada and God knows what else at that time. So we were on an expansion quest, you know, and I think Charles he's all up for that. So really it was just about the research to get that base character.
Oh, okay, yeah. And with regards to the rest of the characters, what would you want the audience to most pick up from watching them as a group?
It's that it doesn't matter where you come from or who you are, whether you're dead or alive, if that's what you believe. We're human. We're all exactly the same. And you know, that's one of the things that disappoints me with today, is that there's such that divide. And it doesn't matter whether it's religious, ethnic, music, there's still a divide. And it's horrible. And these guys on the other side, they don't really care about that. They're not interested. What they want to do is just cross over. And what happens over the course of the 8 episodes is that they learn, rather than, because the first episode really, there's a lot of bickering going on and a lot of, because there are, you know, you've got a guy who's 300 years old, a guy who died 300 years ago, a girl who died 40 years ago, a girl who died 15 years ago, and then 2 guys who died pretty much within hours of each other. So there's a big conflict there with the backgrounds, their upbringings, the belief systems that they hold. And, you know, ultimately, they learn to put that aside and just be human.
Okay.
And get on together, you know, as a group, because they realise that actually as a group they're stronger.
Oh, fair enough. Well, we look forward to seeing that on screen. But as a creator, right, what is the thing you're looking forward to most seeing come to life on the screen? The scene or characters? The
characters are, they're so unique and they're oddly unique in different ways, you know. A working class mouthy Salford girl, a 17th and 18th century Earl, a stripper from America. Yeah, you know, you've got such a different look to each character. You know, a girl who's in a onesie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, you're stuck in black silk boxers. You know, and I think that once the shock of seeing that happens on screen, I think people will get over that and start to look at the characters themselves.
Okay.
You know, it's the fact that one of the key principles is that you die and you stay in what you died in.
Yeah.
So there are plenty of scenes in upcoming episodes where they meet naked people, because people do die naked.
That's true, yeah.
You know, so keep your eyes out for that one, YouTube. But yeah, you know, it really, I want to see these characters come to life. And I will say this, we've just had the auditions today, and the 5 guys that we've got, and girls, brilliant. The chemistry is amazing, and I can't wait for you guys to see the episode, because you will understand it, and it will just knock your socks off, really.
Thank you, Rob. I think that's all I have for you today, but we look forward to seeing Porch Dogs soon.
Thank you. For you YouTube viewers out there, please hit subscribe. Please click on the notifications so that you get the latest information about Porch Dogs. We'll be posting all sorts up here. Interviews with the crew are to come, with the director, with the camera operators. We'll be letting you know what kind of cameras we're using. We'll be letting you know about the equipment that we'll be using. We'll be telling you about the locations. So this is really your insight into Porch Dogs before it happens. So keep tuned, keep watching, and hit subscribe. See you soon.